Oh, by the way, Michael Badgley got hurt. He's out for the year.
Yep.
So, all of you Jake Bates people, here you go.
Hey, I'm here.
Here you go, everybody. You feeling this? You got that same energy now?
6 out of 6 in training camp. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm bricked.
Take that victory lap, KG.
Once again, I do not wish injury on the Money Badger, but this is the Lord's work.
Can I be honest?
This is God's plan.
The way that we talk about Michael Badgley, you'd think he was 0 for 30 in his
I
career
know.
from 40
Literally.
plus yards. Seriously.
To me.
Like he's the worst kicker we've
How
ever
about
seen.
this?
He's not.
He made the most important kick in Lions history.
He did.
In Lions history.
But there have been consistency issues over his Lions career, which is why the talk of another kicker even came up.
No, but seriously, and I'm not as like dismissive of Jake Bates as some. You would have thought that the Detroit Lions are going to get Justin Tucker or Harrison Butker. Seriously.
Yeah, he does have,
but with more leg. That's what they think
it.
Jake Bates is.
Sorry if I'm a little concerned about being
understand.
at Lambeau Field in November with the division lead on the line.
I understand.
And a guy who didn't even kick in college that kicked in the UFL in front of an empty stadium. Sorry if I'm concerned about
Pretty
that.
damn good.
I don't think that's out of line.
But most of your games, you only got 3 outdoor games out of 17. So I get.
I don't even care where they are.
I get it.
I'm talking about the stakes.
I get it. And
So,
yes,
hey,
he
you guys
does have to prove it.
You guys are on record.
But you can't lie.
But
do you feel better going into the season with a kicker that you know can probably hit from 50 plus?
No, I don't. Why don't you? No, because I know what Michael Badgley is. I know when the biggest kick in the franchise's history had to be made.
That was
he made
one.
It.
That
He
was
made-
one.
That was
out
the
of
only
one.
one.
It was the 1 out of 1. I get it though. I'm
was
not
the
taking
only
that
one.
away from him. I promise I'm not. It was 1 out of 1.
So excuse me if I'm a little concerned.
But if we had a consistent kicker here, then we wouldn't even be
like
talking
what's a
about this
consistent
right now.
kicker?
Somebody that can consistently hit from 40 plus, somebody that doesn't miss extra points like we know Michael Badgley has. He hasn't been perfect. I do understand he's been good. He's been solid. He hasn't been perfect.
But what's the percentage? Give a percentage.
Give me the percentage.
I don't have the percentage in front of me, but we can look it up and see. But
No,
I
have it right in front of me.
go ahead.
I'm curious to know
Read them
I'm
off.
curious to know. No, you
All right,
tell me.
From 40 and below, and then 40 and up. Give me
Okay.
the percentages.
He is 9 of 11 from 40 to 49 yards.
Okay.
9 of 11.
Yeah. What about beyond 40?
He is with Detroit. He is 2 for 3,
Guys,
including the biggest kick in the franchise's history.
that doesn't include that actually. That's just regular season.
No,
so you might
I know, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you
Including
have
making the biggest kick ever.
40 and below?
40 and below with the Detroit Lions. He is 6 for 6 and 3 for 3. So 9 for 9 and 4 for 5. From
Is this just one season or the whole?
This is his
whole
time with
Lions
Detroit.
team?
Well, that's
This whole Lions team,
and
okay.
that's kind of all that we're trying to stress upon you guys is that with Michael Badgley, is he the best kicker in the world? No. Is he Jason Hansen? No. But a lot of what you think about Michael
made
Badgley,
bigger kicks for the Lions than Jason Hansen
and that's
ever did.
fair. And a lot of what you hear about
Not
Michael
Jason's fault.
Badgley is the story that you've been told that you believe. It's like make believe or something. Michael Badgley's not great, but this idea that Jake Bates is just going to come in and be the kicking savior, a problem that isn't even really that big of a problem, I think is insane.
And Bates is already cut in the NFL once. Like, it has to be relevant.
But man, he made some. He hit some nukes in the UFL.
He did. We'll
My
see.
goodness.
I'm just saying it could be a field flipper for the Lions, knowing that you got a guy that can hit from 50, maybe even 60 plus. That's only
See,
an
everyone's
advantage.
hung up on that.
That's only
I
an
don't think
advantage.
that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have any impact on how Dan Campbell's going to manage a game. He's still going for it on fourth and
absolutely.
three. He doesn't give a shit who the kicker is.
But it's nice to have that in your back pocket because not every he's going to still be him, but he's not going to go for every single fourth down. That would just be bad coaching. Not every single fourth down. It depends on situation.
Seemed to work okay.
It depends on game situation. But I get what you're saying. I'm not saying y'all wrong, but let's just see how it plays out.
So yeah,
I get it.
So yeah, I mean that's if you're gonna put the stakes of this season on a guy who's never kicked in front of a crowd before,
I get you.
then okay.
But he's
Good
in
luck.
the same stadium he was making the
luck.
bombs in the UFL in. The same exact stadium.
So okay, you sound like flannel right now.
Do
So
I?
so just extrapolate people's UFL stats to the NFL.
No.
And they would just all translate.
But
Why would they not all translate, KG?
You don't think that matters, though? The fact that he's in the exact same stadium that he got all the success in the first place? Okay.
No, because he
All right.
wasn't in front of 68,000
Yep, there you
people
go.
I
with a
understand.
division lead on the line
I understand.
and a win over the Packers on the line.
We gonna see. We can agree
But
to
to say
disagree,
this,
but we
though,
gonna see.
the kicking is still the same. I mean, he's still taking the steps. It's not like kicking's a thing that doesn't change. I get the pressures added to it, but I mean, there's pressure in terms of him winning out a kicking competition to make an NFL
pressure,
team.
period, when you
There's a
line up
pressure
for
to
a
hit a
kick.
60-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Now I get it, it's different, the division title on the line, but again, I mean, the guy's been pretty consistent throughout camp. I mean, the word is I don't think he's missed a single field goal yet during camp. So
Cool.
I get
there's
his
some
camp.
pressure there. I'm just saying.
In
It's
Flannel's
there.
words, don't take a training camp victory lap.
That's
but
fair, yeah.
I'm just saying. I have high hopes for what he can bring.
One funky Lions fan says it perfectly, and we're going to ride off and go to the break. Dan Campbell could have a kicker that is flawless from 15. He would still go for it on 4th and 2 from the 35. And that's
game-
why we win.
Game situation.
That's
though.
why we
Yes,
win now.
Absolutely, but it is game situation dependent. So that's all I will say. He's not going to go for every single fourth down there is. He's not.